Williams is a Dallas Cowboy for a first and a second round pick, and Pro Football Focus ranks him as the best run-stopping interior lineman in football with a run D grade of 90.8. 2 years left on the 4-year deal at $96 million. So it's not a crazy deal for the Cowboys to absorb. There's also room to rework or extend if he is traded. $24 million a season. Micah's making $46. When I go and look at what he was regarded as in the offseason, I went to Jeremy Fowler's list, and he asks all the executives throughout the league for the top 10 at each position. This past offseason, Quinnen Williams at D-tackle, highest ranking was 3rd, lowest ranking was 8th. He came in overall at number 5. The year before, he was ranked number 2. Here's what they wrote. Williams has been one of the constants amid persistent Jets changes, going on 3 straight Pro Bowls, has 23.5 sacks during that span. An NFL personnel man. True 3-down player, talented inside rusher who is fully capable against the run. Solid, yet unspectacular in most categories, including pass rush win rate, 13% RJ. Incompletions created, 16, and quarterback hits, 18. One complaint from an AFC exec is that Williams gets pushed around in the run game at times, but that's nitpicking an elite player. One AFC scout said Quinnen did not have much help around him inside, prompting defenses to key on him. He also battled through a hamstring issue. Quote from a coordinator, he's a guy you have to dedicate a game plan to, one of the most complete interior guys in the game. That was before the season and this big monster run grade that he's putting up in different metrics.
Yeah, there's no doubt they're a better football team today. I don't think you can make that argument at all.
Of course not.
It's just, is it, to me, they're just going closer to the middle when I want them to go closer to the bottom because I want to rebuild this whole thing. I think the only way to get to the top is to get to the bottom first. That's just my philosophical thing. So I'll never trade a first for when you're bad. And this is a bad team. And to me, trading a first-round pick is no good.
What do you say to the thing that we have been discussing all season, though, and we all kind of agreed on this? If you can get to 19th defensively, you can be what as a contender? And next year, can Quinnen Williams, Logan Wilson, whatever else they do in the offseason, safety, secondary, I don't think getting to 19th or 15th is too crazy of a goal.
No,
and
it's
if you put
not.
that with the offense, then what are you?
Yeah, ideally,
And is he young enough to fit our age criteria yesterday to give up this much capital for the young, controllable star?
Fringe.
I agree.
Yeah, they can get to
if he was 25 like Sauce, would you rather trade it for
25? I would have done it.
Would you rather trade it for Sauce?
No, because that cost would have been too high. That would have been much higher.
He's going to play. Probably
he'll age better than Sauce because of the position.
He'll play 36 games here before he turns 30.
Yeah.
So he is young.
The defensive tackle will age better, I think, than a corner.
Bob, if it was this capital for Max, Hendrickson, Quinnen, Simmons, put them in order.
If we're just talking in a vacuum, who's the best of those players? It'd be Max. It'd be Max, Quinnen, Simmons, Hendrickson.
Max, Quinnen, Simmons, Hendrickson.
For making this team better right now, or for addressing what this team needs, it's Quinnen, Simmons, Max, Hendrickson.
Quinnen, Simmons, Max, Hendrickson. Okay. Because of the run defense.
Just
problem?
because of what it is that.
And you have Clowney and Ezeraku.
You've got Clowney and Ezeraku on the edges. They're playing well against the run. They're rushing the passer. Right now, you have been getting just bullied on the interior. Has been a big part of it. And so if you've got that stabilized, that makes more of an impact than getting somebody else to be a better rotation on the edge.
But if you look at it, defensively, they're better. Like we said, get to the 15th best defensive team in the league. Now, you assume the offense has got to be there. If they don't re-sign Pickens, then I don't think the offense can get to that spot, right? To where they're a top offense in the league.
They were top offense without CD.
Huh?
They were top offense without CD.
Can you be that long, throughout the entire course of the year? Can you sustain that?
Yeah,
because they haven't sustained.
If you're right, because the offensive line issues have cropped up. But I mean, if you're blocking things up well, then yeah, they can do that.
It's again, to me, this was not a good football team. This is a team that's far away. The amazing thing about the Cowboys, the maddening thing about the Cowboys franchise, they invented the blueprint on how to win. Stockpile draft picks, and they did it. And they immediately said, you know what? No, I need the big-time name player, and I need to make a splash because I need to be in the headlines. They had the blueprint. They did it again. They did it. The only thing that was missing was the first-round drafted quarterback, which, they haven't done since Aikman. They had the formula. They did it again. But football guys got to get in the way. Football guy loves this move. Football guy, you know the guy I'm talking about. The guy who's into the game and says, run the damn ball. All right, run the damn ball. That's football guy. The same guy has never seen a bottle of sunscreen before. All right, that's who I'm talking about, and they love this trade.
All right, I've been waiting to see if Bobby Belt would back off of this. A lot of hype and a lot of excitement from Roberto. We're only in the studio for one more show. But nonetheless, RJ Choppy, get out your Ernie Johnson little notepad.
Okay.
Get out the sticky note.
Where are they?
Take it away, Bob.
Did we move them to the new building yet?
I don't know. Here, there's a sheet of paper right there. Yeah, so yesterday, the biggest disappointment about yesterday was that you didn't get Minka. Because if you get Minka...
And you told me in the hallway you think Minka's price was probably a second?
Yeah.
Dang.
I mean, he's still a very, very good player. And he's younger. Like, I mean, he's not 25, but I mean, he's managed to be in the league this long. He's still not even 30. But I think if you get Minka, that changes the entire shape of your defense. You would be talking about, you'd be addressing you'd be getting the best player on each level of the defense right up the middle. So you'd be getting somebody on first, second, and third level of the defense right up the middle that would become your best player on those spots. So that would just change the entire complexion of your defense. You didn't do that, so I'm not going to be able to just start going, hell yeah, they're making the playoffs. But
here we go.
You did do enough in.
We don't even need Mickey Fisher this week.
No, you don't. You know why? Because you got reality right here talking to you. You've got Quinnen Williams stepping into the middle. Kenny Clark and Osa playing better lately.
Booger McFarland said you now have the best pair of defensive tackles in the league.
Slow down. But you've got Kenny Clark, Osa playing better. You've got Quinnen Williams there. The edges in Ezeraku and Clowney stabilizing. Fowler's been better. You're starting to look and say, okay, defensive line is improved. You've got Logan Wilson, who I'll show you some cut-ups here later. I don't know how much that we can throw on the fan cam. I'd like to, but otherwise I'll just tweet him. Logan Wilson, it is, even this year, if you just take clips from this year, it is so plain as day that he's better than anything you've had at linebacker.
I saw some.
He's so much more instinctive and sees things the right way and is really disciplined and patient. You're going to get Overshown back, which I don't know if Overshown's going to play well. He's got the knee that he's coming off of. That's not the point. The point is Overshown will tell everybody where they're supposed to be. The biggest value in Overshown right away, whether he's hurting or not, is he's going to direct traffic and say, you need to be here, you need to be doing this, you need to be doing this, you need to be doing this.
Oh, that's a strength?
He's a big strength of his. He's not been the green dot guy, but he has been the guy who, when they're in it, go, no, get in here, move. He's very good at communicating and seeing what they're supposed to be doing. So all of that right there. Dallas will not lose more than 2 games the rest of the year.
Ooh, Josh Clark.
Dallas will finish above 500.
Web guy, get this on a t-shirt. 2 games.
Raiders, Eagles, Chiefs, Lions, Vikings, Chargers, Commanders, Giants. They have 2 losses the rest of the way. And it's because, you're talking about they're averaging, giving up 143 yards rushing per game right now. They might give up 143 yards rushing 1 more time this year, 2 more times maybe.
Whoa!
Because in large part, it's just no longer going to be an efficiency thing. Teams are going to look at it and go, okay, it's not pick your poison. We need to throw the ball.
So that's improved.
So there's going to be more of that. But this is absolutely
the last sticky note in the history of the morning show at 4131 Central Expressway is a damn bold one. 9-7-1 for your Cowboys, and they will not allow over $143 on the ground for the rest of the
No,
regular.
they'll do it one or two more times. That'd be it.
One or two. Okay.
One or two.
And that's their average. No, that's their average right now. They won't allow more than that one or two more times. But that's where
they're definitely improved. There's no doubt. Like and the teams you're gonna have to face in the NFC, like you do need someone strong up the middle. Helps with the tush push. Helps on all these. I mean, you play Detroit, you got to get pressure up the middle on Goff.
If they
Easy way to get him off balance.
If they had Logan Wilson and Quinnen Williams here at the start of the season, they're 6-3 right
now. So who are their losses?
You're still losing to Chicago, Denver, and Arizona.
What do y'all think?
I mean, the defense played pretty well in the second half against Philly already, as it is.
9.
I'm saying Jalen Hurts is not doing the scrambling that he's doing in that game. They're not scoring every single of the first 4 drives like they did.
9, 7, and 1, and this is why I really wish they just would have done the deal in the offseason, because you're gonna mess up the draft pick But I'm not even agreeing with Bobby, for the record. They are going to lose, guaranteed. 1, 2, 3. They're guaranteed to lose 4 more games.
Ooh.
Oh yeah. We need another bet. You
want to lose another one?
Because you're off at. Well, I'm not feeling great. What happened last night in the association?
They didn't play, neither one of them.
Okay, neither one of them played.
Yeah, I've been checking every day.
You still, and this should really be bye-week conversation, but you're still horrific in the secondary, and now I'm worried about you being able to pass block. Now, secondary helped by this up front. No doubt about it. We'll get into all that stuff later. What do y'all think of what Roberto said? Franklin Franco, injury attorney, text line 877-881-1053. Let's get to Post Hut.
I had what alcoholics refer to as a moment of clarity.
You watch it and you're super into it. It's like really exciting. The storyline's good. And then you finish it, I'm looking at the film and I'm just like, I was watching it?
Stop calling them films,
I mean, that is gross. And those people are getting paid.
Yeah, let's see just how bad it was for this above 500 football team that they will become, the Dallas Cowboys. By the way, 469, Bobby making Mickey Fisher look like Stephen A. I don't know what that means, because I would think that Stephen A. is going
making
to be
Mickey look like a hater.
I guess. Yeah. Here's the thing. I would like to remind people, last year was the only one who didn't pick them to make the playoffs, and not only that, at the start of the season, I said they'd be 7-10. They went 7-10. And before the season, I said they were 7-10 football team. So I do not just glaze them on this. I will be.
Let's
don't
make
like
a bet.
the outlook.
Let's make a bet on 9 wins.
Okay.
I'll take the under, but we'll figure out the stakes.
Okay.
Maybe it'll be a stake.
Maybe it's double or nothing.
I get a free one from Wild Ford
on the Lakers bet.
That's a lot of money.
I know it is.
That's a lot of money.
That's why nothing could be a nice little reason.
I'm just dumbfounded because you're putting this. You're basically saying that Quinnen Williams is worth 5 wins.
Okay, so first off,
and in Vegas, no defensive player has ever been worth more than a single win.
No, I'm saying defense is worth 5 wins.
Well, I mean,
yeah, better defense is worth 5 wins. This is not just what you literally just improved 2 levels of the defense that you don't have. We're talking about no resistance, none, and on those 2 levels for several
versus
weeks.
Marginal resistance.
No, versus that defensive line is good now. That defensive line, that's a good Ezeraku. Hold on. Ezeraku's improved. Do we think Ezeraku's not a good football player?
Yes.
Ezeraku's good. Clowney has shown what he's been his whole career. He knocked off Russ. Now he
won't be here next year.
But Bobby, they don't have corners that are in the screen. You're not going to fix Bridges, Bland, Diggs.
Right. But what you have done now is you have fixed the run game to where teams are going to go, we're just throwing on them, which means pinning your ears back, rushing. They're going to start forcing turnovers. They're going to start having benefits there. I'm not saying the secondary is going to be better. The secondary is bad.
Yeah.
Secondary's bad. But if you can just stop the run and make it so that teams are throwing consistently and you can change your rush plan, that's going to cause more stops, more turnovers. All that's going to get better. All right. Let's take a look at things. This is going to be a mainly trenches-focused post-hot clarity because everything was pretty much as bad as you thought it was that you could see on TV. But I'll start with the stuff that's not the trenches. Deron Bland was that bad. He was. That was a bad day for him. And I think it was. I don't know if it's just Marvin Harrison was just a really good matchup, like it's a styles make fights.
He hasn't been for anyone else.
That was that was not a good performance from Deron Bland. I just think he was not seeing things. I'm just genuinely saying I think he was just misreading things in a way that he doesn't normally.
Was it zone?
A lot of it was zone, yeah. He got picked apart.
Was the 50-yarder Wilson coming out of the third quarter zone?
Yes. Yep. He's generally been a pretty good zone player. It's just, I think in this one, there was a lot of misread from him, and I think a lot of his keys were off. And of course, he had the stumble on the goal line that allowed the touchdown, but he was bad for sure. A lot of people were bad. Marquise Bell was awful in this game. Shamar James was awful in this game. Like, really bad football. Dak did not play as bad as I thought he did. Dak was okay. There was a couple of throws that I think he wants back, but this is not the worst game he's played this year. Like there was talk about of like the QBR being the lowest one of the year or whatever. I don't think that's accurate at all. I mean, I know the number is, but I don't think it's accurate that that's the worst he's played this year. So let's go to the trenches. The best player on the football field for the Cowboys on Sunday was Tyler Booker, and it was not particularly close. That was a really, really good performance from him in pass protection. He did some nice things in the run game. A lot of that efficiency you saw in the run game from Javonte Williams was just Tyler Booker being a bully and moving people. But in the pass game, I thought this was probably his best game of pass protection that he's played all year. So he was really, really impressive. That gives me some confidence that we're settling down a little bit and we're getting some stability there. Playing alongside Cooper Beebe, I also wonder if that was part of it.
How was he?
He was decent. He was not bad. He was better than Hoffman's been. Guyton. Tyler Guyton is, I'll give him credit for this. He's not Mozzie.
Well, go. Well, great. Well, fantastic.
Put that one on the wall, Chop.
He's not Mozzie
Up there. He's not Mozzie. Yeah, Tyler Guyton is not Mozzie.
Do not waste paper on that.
No, I'll say this, is that when I say that, I mean, he is not somebody who's gotten beaten down by his previous failures.
Pouty.
I give him credit for being more mentally tough. And because he's mentally tough, he battles. And even though it's not always pretty, this is 2 weeks in a row that even with it not being pretty, he's getting it done. And there are times he'll play with some nastiness. He'll put people into the ground. And so I like what I'm starting to see. I want to see him clean up technique a little bit, but if they can start cleaning up some of the technique and he can come along, you got to remember he was like a defensive tackle or something when he got to TCU. And then he was playing right tackle at Oklahoma. Now he's at left. It's a change, but that's somebody who I think you're starting to see, okay, this is getting better. And if you can clean up some of the technical stuff, by next year, I think you're talking about this is a good starting left tackle in the NFL. So okay. I'm feeling better about him. Terrence Steele was that bad as well.
Oh.
Nathan Thomas was worse. Significantly worse, I thought.
Oh.
And Steele was bad. Steele, I do wonder how much, I know some people are going to roll their eyes at it. The fact that he did have the migraine and he was questionable heading into the game, I wonder just how, there were a couple different times where he was stumbling. I genuinely wonder if he was like, it had all his bearings about him, because he did not look like he was very balanced in pass protection. He had a lot of issues there. He was fighting. He was not just like, whiffing and doing stuff like that. He was getting beat and looked off balance a lot. But then Thomas came in there and Thomas got worked. Bad. That was a genuinely awful performance from Nathan Thomas stepping in and playing at right tackle. So I don't think you can necessarily, I was ready to make the change in my email on Monday. I don't think you can make the change right now. That was really, really rough. If you're going to make a change, you need it to be a completely different player than Nathan Thomas. It can't be him, because it's worse than it was with Terrence Steele. But overall, I think that the offensive line individuals are getting better now that BB's back and they're hopefully healthy and they've finally got the line together that they were supposed to have this year. Hopefully that'll start settling the unit into place. But individually, I think they're all playing fairly well right now, other than Terrence Steele. Tyler Smith has not been great lately. I mean, there are moments where you see it and go, oh, okay, there's Tyler Smith. He's got to be hurt, because it's like Zach Martin last year. When you watch Zach Martin, you're like, that can't just be all fall off. That you're hurt. You're not physically where you need to be. Tyler Smith, ever since that leg injury that kept him out of that game against, was it the Jets? I think it was. When he got kept out of the Jets game because of the leg injury, ever since he's returned, he's looked compromised. So I think that may just be something he might be dealing with for the rest of the year, potentially. Because we don't even have clarity on how much it's lingering, but it's clearly affecting him. Hopefully the bye week does him some good and the offensive line starts cleaning things up.
Post Hut Clarity with Roberto.